Hi everyone, welcome back to my 1000 Item Declutter series. Today I have quite a few items that I've gone through that are paper items that I think I can recycle or trash or shred, and then I have some other miscellaneous items. So I'm hoping I can get pretty close to the finish line with this batch of items. Let's get started. So here's some memorabilia that I'm getting rid of. I have hung on to this for a long time. It is Girl Scout pins, and I was heavily involved in Girl Scouts when my daughters were in school, but I haven't been for quite some time, and I really don't think I'm going to get back involved with that. I have other things I'm doing now. Here is some more jewelry that I am decluttering. Okay, so this next series of items are all somewhat wine related. My husband and I went to a winery, and this was a gift, these 2 tea towels, and then here's some wine stoppers that we never use, and a corkscrew that came from a different winery that we took a tour of, and we don't use this. We have some other ones we use. And then in addition to these wine stoppers that we've never used, I have this wine stopper holder. And I thought this would make kind of a fun piece to have on our upstairs wet bar in our bonus room. But the reality is we don't have enough stoppers to fill it. It doesn't really look decorative. It looks kind of empty. And because it has these coils in it, it just attracts the dust like you wouldn't believe. So much as I think it's a fun piece, I'm going to let it go because we really aren't using it, and I'd rather not have to dust it all the time. Here's a few more items I found to get rid of. These 2 things can be recycled. It's a user manual for a microwave. I think we still have this, but we know how to use it. This was installation instructions for a new faucet that we got for a wet bar. This is a key to a suitcase I no longer have. And then this is a candle that smelled really good from Bath & Body Works, but I've used it up, so I need to take the wax out and then recycle the jar. So here are some collectibles that I am going to be getting rid of as part of this declutter. These blue items I have had since I was a teenager. I had a blue room, and I collected this Fenton art glass. And as you can see on the bottom of the pieces, it tells you who hand painted it. And this is somewhat collectible still. These pieces go, like $20 to $50. It depends on the piece. This one you can see they're painted by different people. But I really loved this when I was a young woman, and it's just not my style anymore, so I want to pass it along to somebody who will like it. And then this was a little picture frame my mother had given to me with a picture of me in it from when I was a baby, and it sort of it's a little bit different shade, but it has the blue roses on it just like the Fenton does. And I've shown a couple of other pieces of Fenton that I'm getting rid of as well. And then this last piece here, this is Suffolk House by David Winter. It is also a collectible. My mother loved these David Winter cottages. This one is kind of a pale pink with terracotta brickwork and roofing, and then some vines growing on it, on a half timber style house. And they're very cute, but it's not something that I want. I took it after she passed away because I had bought it for her as a present, and I thought I might like to keep it as a memory of her, but it's been sitting in a closet, so I'd rather pass it along to someone who can get some use out of it. So for these collectibles, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here are some items I pulled out of our old entertainment center that I'm repurposing for sewing and crafts. There's some old instruction manuals and warranties for items that we don't have anymore. I found some old 3D glasses. We must have had this for something that was going to be on TV that was 3D. We definitely don't need those. So there's a lot of things here. There's also like an old VCR machine cleaner. Some rewritable DVDs here. I have some more over here. I have an old flashlight. The battery compartment's corroded. I just checked, so I can't clean it out enough for it to work. I have 16 dried out highlighters and markers. I have 2 pencil holders. Don't really need those anymore. We have those in a different spot in a desk. We have this little contraption here that we can see it's very dusty. It hasn't been used in a long time. It was meant to help you put labels onto DVDs and CDs. The rewritable DVDs that I mentioned earlier. And then this is a sentimental item. I made this for my mother one time as a gift when I was little, and it represented our lab Pepper, who was black, and we had a red collar for her. And she used to like to lie on the ground with her paws stretched out like this, front ones in front and back ones out to the back, and her tail up in the air. So much as I might like to keep this, the paint's flaking off of it, the paper is kind of deteriorating in this area, as you can see. So it's quite sentimental, but I'll take a picture of it and then it's going to go into the trash. So I will total these up and let you know what I come up with. I'm getting really close, you guys. This is my 11th session of decluttering, and papers and trash, I got rid of 71, the wine accessories 4, the Girl Scout pins 12, the other costume jewelry 20, collectibles 5, the DVDs, there were 7 separate ones and then the one in a set, so I only counted that as 8, and then the pencil cups is 2, that comes to 122. So with my total from the last round, that was 2 rounds ago, several rounds ago, I'm sorry. My total from the last round was 849. So with 122, that brings the overall total to 971. So I only have 29 more items to go before I've managed to get rid of 1,000 items. So wish me luck. Well, that's it for this round of decluttering. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give me a big thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. And next time you see this series, it should be the final batch. Stay tuned.